What we're going to talk about now is a 250-hour engine service. What we're going to do is, first thing we're going to do is shut this engine down and tag it out so it can't be run. Go into the switchgear, basically turn it to the off position, lock the key out, tag it so no one will start this machine up while you're doing the service on it. First thing we're going to do is the oil change on it. You come in here on these systems, you open the oil valve here. This system is built with an automatic oil drain system. You'd go over to the wall. There's a timer on there for the oil pump drain down. You set the timer to the on position. It would drain this engine out. At that point in time, you take the oil filter off, remove the oil filter. You take that over your waste oil blender hopper. You put it inside it, let it drain out before disposing of it. Once you're done with that, basically you'd get your new filter. You'd top it off with oil, fresh oil for it. You'd screw it back on. Close your valve back off, then you'd fill your engine up with oil with whatever the manufacturer recommendation is for the amount of oil in that engine. You use your dipstick to check it to make sure that you had it to the full point, and then you're ready on the oil change. The other things you want to check during that is you want to do an inspection of all your hoses on the front of your engine to make sure there's no wearing or cracking on these hoses. If you have belt-driven water pumps, you want to check the belts on them to make sure the tension is proper on the belts. You also want to check your water pump to make sure there's no leakage coming out of the water pump. At some point in time, as water pumps get older, they can start leaking and can cause problems with the engine, and you could have cooling problems and needs to be replaced. You check your dust boot on your air cleaners, make sure they're clean. There's a little, you just push these on the bottom, any debris that's caught in them will fall out. That point, you check the rest of your engine to make sure you don't have to wipe anything down. If there are any oil residues, please wipe them down. Try to keep the engine as clean as possible. We're going to go around to the other side of the engine now. On engines that have mechanical fuel injection pumps on them, you'll have an actuator rod that runs the fuel linkage. Basically, these actuator rods have to be greased every 250 hours. You'll put just a little shot of grease in these. You don't want to get too much excessive grease in them. You want to wipe them down after they've been greased. That'll take care of the excessive wear on these. You do a regular visual check on the rest of your system, make sure your exhaust looks good, make sure the rest of the system looks good. You check your batteries, everything, and you should be good to go to start the engine back up again.